Okay.
Ew, why am I nervous?
I'm so nervous.
Ew, I've done this before. I don't know why
I'm scared at how I'm
nervous.
gonna sound.
Why?
I don't know.
Dude, when you like hear yourself, it's like really weird.
Yeah, I hate hearing myself.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hi everyone.
Hi.
I'm filming episode 2 with one of my really close friends, Jasmine.
Hi.
She came to be on the podcast. I'm really excited because we have some really funny memories and crazy
So
lives. Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, what should I say?
Just anything, your name, your age.
Okay, well, my name is Jasmine, and I'm 25, and I met Alexia 2 years ago, and since then, I think we have lived, like,
20 lives.
20 lives in the past 2 years together,
No, literally.
and it feels like I have known her forever, so I'm
No,
super excited.
seriously.
I really think one episode is not even going to explain half of the things that we experienced together,
No, literally. That is so true.
and it's just a friendship meant to be.
Yeah, I'm excited. Today we're just going to talk a little bit about our past year, because I think we've had a crazy ass year, and I feel like we went through so much, and I think it'll be a year, like May, I think, because that's when we
Yeah.
rekindled stuff. Was like, yeah, right before summer, so it'll be a year.
Exactly a year in May. Things happened
So much happened.
so fast. Kind of like
so
the mark of
much
June.
happened. Yeah, because isn't his birthday in, when's Donovan's birthday? No, his birthday's in August.
But like
Stuff was happening in June and July, and I think we like rekindled in like May, because I remember I came back from El Salvador in like February, about to be March,
Yeah.
and it was still like
You
low key.
Yeah. And you were like super consistent in the gym. I was starting
Yeah.
to kind of like go. Wow. To think it feels like this happened like a month ago, and it's
I
already about to
know
be a year.
it's gonna be a year. Like I really feel like we just went through all of that like so recently, but I don't know. It's just crazy. But yeah, we can go there. So I left to like El Salvador for a month and a half. It was like almost 2 months, and then I came back and I was just on my like chill, doing me
Mm-hmm.
in my bubble. And then one day I just went to the gym and I saw Jasmine, and she was just like working out. You were working out in like the room.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen her in like a minute. I hadn't really seen anybody.
I think I posted that I was at the gym, and you DM'd me,
Yes.
and you're like, I'm downstairs.
Yeah. And you were like, oh, I'm upstairs. Yeah, yes, I do remember. And then I like came upstairs, and I hadn't seen her in a while. Like I hadn't seen anybody in like a long time.
Because you left to El Salvador, but kind of before that,
I kind of
you
like distanced myself.
You distanced yourself from the friend group, and everybody was kind of like asking me. They're like, "Where's Alexia? What happened to Alexia?" I'm like, honestly, like I've barely talked to her. Like we would talk through social media, and then I finally saw you that day. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god.
And I was like, oh my gosh, how are you? With her little sparkly Yankees hat. She was,
Yeah.
like, unwell.
Yeah. I was like trying to look cute, and I was like, actually, we worked out, and then we were like talking, catching up, because
Yeah.
I mean, we hadn't seen each other since I think when everybody got COVID that Christmas.
Yeah, it was like around Christmas.
Yeah, like 20 of us got COVID. Alexia didn't even go that night, so she was good. She's like, I need to go to
and
El
because I
Salvador.
literally had to catch a flight.
Yeah.
the next
and then
week.
I remember we went downstairs and we were squatting, and I just stopped my rep and I looked at her and I was like, can I tell you something?
Yeah, and I was like, are you okay?
And I was like, no, I am
in
not
the gym.
well.
It's always
at
in the
all.
gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then did we get tropical smoothie that day, or what did we do? Yeah, and we just sat and talked for hours that whole day.
Yeah.
and just caught up.
We did. We finished our, she was like, we need to go to Tropical Smoothie
Yeah,
and sit there and talk, and we did. And
we aired that bitch out.
yeah. And then the next day you're like, we are going to work out every single day.
Oh yeah.
And get you right. Like you literally told me, you're like, put all of this emotion into the gym.
Yeah.
And I did. And I,
And
first of
we
all,
went to the crystal shop too. I remember.
yeah,
'cause
I
we were
got
like, I wanna take
snatched.
you.
Yeah. And we went
You
to the
did.
crystal
You
shop.
looked good.
I was like, are you into crystals? You're like, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
So we went, and you're like, we need to listen to our affirmations.
Oh my God, the
We-
car. We
yeah.
did fucking. I wish someone like recorded
us.
from like outside of my car, inside my car. What the fuck were we doing? Because Donna was like, "What the fuck
Yeah, Dawn
is
was like,
this?"
so I'm gonna leave now. And we're like, listen to the vibrations of love. Okay. Write down your affirmations, Donovan.
Oh my gosh, that was so. We literally were like burning sage.
We
in
were
my
burning
car.
sage in your car
We
with
were
like the
doing
windows
tarot
down.
card readings,
in the
like,
middle
crying.
of Occoquan.
Oh my
People
god.
are walking by and we're just like,
crying and throwing
don't
up like,
mind
in my
us. Right.
car. That was so funny. I really wish someone like recorded what we look like because I bet we looked insane.
Yeah, probably. They're probably, what are those two girls going through?
Yeah.
And we're just like, you guys have no idea.
That was fun. Summer, I'm trying to remember what I did that summer. I think I was just on my hot girl shit as always, every summer. I think I was just traveling. Like I remember I went to El Salvador. Oh, I went to El Salvador for my birthday. I went to Miami.
Oh, yeah.
I was just traveling a lot.
You were.
Just on my hot girl shit.
Yeah, and I went to Chicago. I went to Vegas and then I went to
you did,
Chicago.
Oh yeah, I remember you were snatched for Vegas.
Yeah, I was.
I remember we were really on our hot girl shit.
We were.
Yeah, we were just like thriving. I mean, I feel like you were going through the motions in the summer still though a little bit.
Well, everything happened after Vegas.
When was Vegas?
Vegas was April.
Yeah.
And end of April, I met someone that I was always kind of like in close contact with in some way. Hit it off and just blindly seeing where it went. And I was like, wow, I've never
so
connected
this
with
did happen.
someone like this before, ever. Like first time. And it feels like I've known this person for my whole life.
Right.
And from that day on, like we spent every single day together. He would drive down, hang out with me.
I know.
I'm just trying to make sure you know what I'm talking
Oh, girl,
about.
I knew exactly.
And,
you said the first 3 words. I knew exactly what you're talking
and
about.
I was like, wow, like I'm kind of scared to say that I like this person after like a week. And 3 months later, and I mean, I go to Chicago. We're like still talking. Everything's good. I come back, and it's like that's when everything went downhill.
When did you go to Chicago?
In June.
June. Yeah.
And right when I came back, it was like end of June, right before 4th of July, because
Yes.
he and I had plans for 4th of July, so it was like
it was like right before 4th of July.
yeah, it was like the second to last week of June.
June, I think I was chilling. Yeah, and then I remember that was like a really, really like hard month for you.
Yeah, that was when I was down bad, and I was
Yeah.
like, I need every crystal, every 3-hour YouTube video that attracts love.
No, yeah.
Like,
And then July, I'm trying to think what we did in July.
oh, Rob's birthday was June.
Oh my God, we cannot talk about that, Jasmine.
That was the last week of June. Was Rob's birthday. And then went into
the fact
July.
that there's evidence of that.
I know.
It makes me so
But
sad.
I think that was our moment of being like, I think
we need to
take the nightlife together.
Yeah. Well, I have always like done the nightlife stuff and Jasmine hasn't. And I'm like, excuse me, how have you not?
Yeah.
She's so pretty and so fun and she loves to dance. And I'm like, this is what I need. And like, those are like that's the kind of people I like to go out with because like they're fun. Like you just always have fun no matter where. It's really the people that you are with that make the night fun.
Yeah.
So we, yeah, no. I just like, I
That
can't.
night is just that night.
That night is just
The minute anyone says Rob's birthday, me and Alexia are like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I think because you guys got there really early. I remember I showed up late because I think I worked or something, but I remember I showed up late and I was just on my chill shit. I was like, I'm not gonna drink like that. I'm just gonna like have fun. But no, this man's had like 20 bottles pop up. Every 10 minutes there was a different fucking sign and everyone got something different. Like,
yeah,
can
it
we
was
all
Hennessy,
stick to
tequila,
something?
champagne, vodka,
Because Jose bought like Ciroc or something.
Yes. Him and Rob were competing because
they're just stupid.
they was like bottle competing with whose bottle, and then Mo was
And
like,
then
here's champagne. Franklin was like,
here's
Hennessy.
Henny. Like they were just going crazy and like everyone blacked out and very much blacked out.
And we walked out of Barbell and it literally looked like someone ran us through a car wash.
I went with my hair curly and I left with my hair straight because that's what happens when I shower is my hair goes straight.
The videos haunt me in the funniest way. Every time I go towards June in my camera roll,
Jasmine, I woke up and I saw us on Snapchat and I was like,
everyone's
what the fuck is this?
All I saw in everyone's story, I was like, if anyone sees anyone in an orange dress
and white shorts,
that was
me and Jasmine. Like no face, no case, it was literally just
and
ass.
The worst part is the face down, ass up snaps of us our dresses were so wet from sweating because we were shaking so
And,
much
like,
ass.
If you saw our
They were
face,
see-through.
Our face was like not there.
No.
Like no one
No
was
soul
home.
in our eyes.
No. That night was crazy.
Yeah, probably the best time ever.
It was really fun though. Yeah, no, it was so fun, but it was just so crazy.
Yeah.
And that was fun. So we were just like, we need to go out again. And I kept begging her. I'm like, we need to go out. We need to go out.
And I was so scared because I had been to a club, but it was never a positive like experience. And I think I had only went maybe like 3 times, but I was so nervous to go,
right.
just from like my past relationship and never being able to go out. And it was like, I know that I'm such a fun person,
Right.
but I've only done it in like a group setting.
That's what I was about to say. And I also feel like you just haven't gone with like the right people and like
yeah,
had fun.
exactly.
And I'm like,
And the right mindset.
Yeah. And I'm like, you would just love it.
Yeah. And Alexia's like, you're the perfect person that wants to go out, look cute, but have a good
fun.
time. When
Yeah.
people tell us like, this place isn't lit, we're like, let's go for ourselves,
Right.
because
And like
we will make it
exactly. Like it's the people they go with.
fun. Yeah.
So that was June. July 4th was a mess for you. I remember that.
Yeah, July 4th was a scary movie.
I remember that. For legal purposes,
For legal purposes, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you were there, I'm so jealous because I really wish I was there. I wasn't
Where were you
there.
at?
I know, working like always.
Ugh.
Does that happen? And then my birthday. What did I do for my birthday?
I don't think I was even here. Or I don't know where I was.
I don't know where you went. Where did you?
I don't remember.
Don't remember. I went to El Salvador though. I remember that. I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here for my birthday.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I'm trying to remember if I went out.
I don't remember where.
I'm like, where the fuck were you in July?
Trying to remember. Probably somewhere I did not need to be.
Probably. Yeah, so I went to El Salvador for my birthday, came back, and I remember, oh my gosh, July is when I met can't give names.
What are the
Miami man?
Oh,
What do we call him?
I kind of
We can't get names. We can't give ethnicity or career because it gives it away. George, I guess. Well,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I think I met him in like July. Oh my God! What? I totally forgot this part of the story, bitch. I bottled girled in the summer.
Oh, you did.
Ew, so triggering. So triggering.
I knew
That
July
job
was
is-
more eventful.
Yeah, that job was fun, but nightlife is just so triggering. So triggering. But yeah, I remember because I was working that and then I met him because of that job. Because someone had like mentioned him, and so like whatever. That's how I met him. But like one of the guys were talking about him. They're like, yo, this guy, and I was like, he's kind of cute. So I followed him on Instagram and da. So I remember when I came back from my birthday in July, he flew me to Miami.
Yeah.
I was on my hot girl shit.
Yeah, when you told me, I was like, and you're going alone?
I know. Jasmine, when I tell you, that was like one of the scariest things of my entire life, because the thing is, like, he booked my flight and I still didn't have a hotel.
I remember you landed and you were
I
like,
was like freaking out because I was like, I just need to know where the fuck I'm staying. Like I'm, I like to be prepared. I just need to know where I'm staying. And I remember he didn't text me because my flight was like at 5 a.m. So I went to the airport at like 1 a.m. And I was like, hello, like what hotel am I staying at? And I was like, do I take this flight and go to Miami and land there at 8 a.m. or do I just like not? And I'm kind of low-key happy that I did it. Because it was fun.
You had a blast. You FaceTiming me in every Uber and like every beach. You're just like so drunk. And I'm just like, why? And you're like, I need you here to take my picture.
Literally, no one flicked me up. And I felt weird. Like, flick me up. Like,
yeah.
He's going to be like, what are you talking about?
Your outfits were fire.
I know. So. Yeah. So I went to Miami. I remember I landed. Everything was fine, people. Yeah. He got me a nice hotel. And then one of my friends from DC like was down there too, so it was fun. Like I got to hang out with him too. Like I had a really fun trip. Like it was a solo trip, but it was so fun. And then I remember I came back and I was like, Jasmine, you need to get flown out. Like
I know,
do it. You need to.
First things first. I've never been to Miami.
I know.
It's very tragic.
You don't understand how, if you think you thrive in DC, Jasmine, you would thrive in Miami. Imagine you and me in Miami. It's DC times 100. Like the people are richer. There's boats. There's beaches. There's mansion parties.
That kind of makes me anxious because it's like, what would happen if you and I were in Miami together? I mean,
chaos.
first of all, we would pop off, but it would be
The pictures
absolute
would pop
chaos.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it
stories
would.
we would have.
I know.
Would be
So
crazy.
maybe we'll come back to this and hopefully soon and have a trip about that.
Yeah.
But I remember I came back from Miami and then we had Donovan's birthday.
Yeah. So Donovan's. So while Alexia was in Miami, that was July, and then August came.
Yeah.
Donovan broke his collarbone.
Yeah.
And I had been planning this birthday party and this birthday dinner for over a month. And so I was stressing. But Alexia and I completely were the stars of the show, even though it was Donovan's birthday dinner.
I mean, you're not lying.
I mean,
We popped off, dude. That picture, we'll get to like where the picture was taken, but the picture of both of us, iconic.
I mean, our outfits were everything. And
Oh
we
my
were
God,
like,
I don't know how I
summer
wore that
tan,
outfit.
summer body.
Yes, we were summer tan. Yes, our bodies were giving too.
Yeah. Skin, like everything was just,
It was just giving.
it was giving, it was thriving.
Yeah.
So we go to Donovan's, and first of all, it was such a chill dinner at first. And then,
It was.
we had the whole like upper level to ourselves, and all of a sudden, you know, just I want to order shots for everybody. And then Alexia and I just head to the bar, like, you know what, we're gonna take this into hands for ourselves. Everyone's taking tequila shots. Somehow I stood on a chair and was twerking and singing to Nicki Minaj. And
I remember we just looked so good, and I was like, I looked at Jasmine, I was like, we need to go out.
yeah,
Like, I was like, we're in DC, we need to go out. And you were like, what? And I was like, you were like, I want to stay with the group. And I'm like, no, we need
Yeah.
to like branch off because we look so good. Our outfits were so hot. I don't know how I wore what I wore out in public. Like, I really don't think I'm ever gonna wear that ever again.
no, but I honestly don't even know where else you could have worn it. Like,
Right.
everyone was told for this birthday dinner. I mean, if you know Donovan, you know he loves to dress, he loves
Right.
fashion. So I made it the thing, you know, you have to come to this party like dressed,
Right.
either streetwear or you need to come like heels, dress,
Right.
look good. And he hired a photographer.
Oh, love him.
I mean, it's probably some of my favorite pictures I've ever
I
had
love
taken of
him.
myself. And Alexia was like, I'm going to risk it all.
I know. I've had that. You know, I've had that dress for like years. Like, I
Yeah.
think 2 years.
And when I tell you, I think that just walking in the restaurant, Alexia, first of all, walked in a whole different outfit. And I was
Because
like, where's your dress?
so scared. Like, my dress was literally like a mesh see-through dress. So like
With covered in rhinestones.
covered in rhinestones. So like underneath, I was like, you can't wear a bra. Like, I mean, you can wear a bra, but like, I just don't love the look of
Yeah.
like a bra and mesh.
And I remember we picked out your pasties like a week before.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna get cute pasties. So I got these little like heart black pasties that had like
Yeah.
a tassel, and then I just did like high-waisted bottoms.
Mhm.
It gave, but I was so scared getting the Uber.
I remember.
So I literally wore like a big t-shirt over my dress.
Yeah, and you showed up, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I mean, mine was just a white fitted dress,
But it
with
was
like
cute.
a cutout and like one sleeve, but it was so body
With the-
hugging.
exactly, and with the tan.
Yeah,
it
with
gave.
tan, and I did blue heels. It was. We first of all, I think we looked so good
Yeah.
that just people couldn't handle it. Literally.
But yeah, we had to go out. So I remember I just do what I do. And I hit up like, no.
I'm trying to think because
How did we find that DJ? How did you meet? We can't say names. I don't want to say names. How do we put his
okay,
name?
so
How did you meet that DJ? Where did we meet
was
him?
it around that time?
No.
I met him because
No, Jasmine. Did we meet him at opera? Or did we go because of the other guy?
we went to opera a second time because he told us to come.
Okay. So we hadn't have met him yet. We're not there yet.
I think
No. I know exactly how you
Okay.
met him. Okay, I know who you met. So I hit up I don't want to say his name either. I really don't want to put names in this.
just a DJ.
Okay.
We hit up a DJ.
Yeah, I hit up one of my DJ friends and and we went. And, so I met one of my DJ friends and he got us in. Yeah, and it is that night. And then we were taking shots. And
We
then
Ubered there, I think.
yeah. No, we left Jocelyn and Donovan. They dropped us off, remember?
Oh, okay. So we rode.
With Jocelyn and Donovan, and they didn't want to go, so they just dropped us
Yeah,
off.
so they dropped us off right in front of opera.
Mhm.
Okay, and I was already very, very drunk.
Yeah, and we get
both-
there. Oh, can I preface this too? We literally walked into the club, went to the bar, waiting, like we were about to ask for a drink. Like we were there for 2 seconds, and the photographer goes, "Can I take a picture of you guys?"
Yeah.
He takes 2 pictures, and then they are the most iconic photos of us.
Yeah, and the fact that First of all, we walked through the doors of Opera, and I promise, like, it, as drunk as I was, it felt like a movie because
that video that you took of me.
yeah, I was
feels like a
walking
movie.
behind Alexia, and I was like, oh my god, like, this is such a vibe. She looked so good walking down, and then it's like I
It
just panned
opened
the
the
room,
lights, yeah.
and I swear, I don't know if it was our outfits or us or just the way that we were so drunk and confident.
Yeah, it was the energy.
Everyone turned their heads and looked at us, and then we go to the bar, and I swear everyone was like, who are these girls
Yeah.
walking in here like that? Photographer comes up to us, and we're like, sure, of course you can take
Yeah.
pictures. And you're like, Jasmine, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is what happens. Like, you need to experience this all the time.
Yeah.
And
We
when I
just
tell
took
you
a
those
bunch of
pictures are everything,
Yeah.
and we're put on their flyers
I know.
like 5 times.
I know. I love that picture. It's so cute. Yeah, and then we met up with that DJ, and we just like had a couple drinks with him. I remember we took some
Yeah.
shots, and then we sat at the table for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun, and I think, oh my god, the car ride home. I forgot about that.
Oh my god.
Because I was like, what did we do on the way home?
Yeah. Oh no, we went to. Did we only went to Opera?
We
that
only
night?
went to Opera.
Okay, so we looked at each other and we're like, we need to Uber back, and I think everybody was going to someone's house.
I think so.
And I was like, hey, like, are you guys still there? Like, we're gonna come.
Yes, and then we went to, I think we Ubered to Stonebridge,
Yeah.
and then we got our cars, and that's when everything went down.
Mhm. No. We Ubered to my old neighborhood. You remember, like, on Cardinal?
Oh my god, really? Oh yes,
And
you're
then-
right. We all went to Mo's house.
Yeah, we all went to that's whose house
That's where
it
we
was.
went.
We all went to Mo's house, and then Jossam and Donovan. Jossam drove us in his car back to Stonebridge because me and your car were there because we met there.
Yes.
So, little detail. The guy that I was talking to, like April to June, also went to this birthday dinner. I was waiting for Alexia, but she was like, I'm just going to come later. So I was waiting for Jossam. I'm parked in Stonebridge, and I look, and there he is
I
parked in
remember.
front of me.
I remember.
And I'm just like, enough already. Like, I'm already triggered. So he was already parked there. We realized that while we were at Opera, him and his little group, they were also at the dinner, were in DC. Decades.
We went to Decades after Opera.
We did. I knew we went somewhere. I'm like trying to think
Oh
details.
my god! Wait,
We went to the
bitch!
rooftop.
I went to Decades in that outfit. How drunk were we? No, Jasmine, that was a different day. That
No,
was
but
Don
they-
Tolliver.
Oh, but okay, but when we were at Opera, I saw their location, and
Yes,
they were trying to go.
Yes. You're right.
So we basically, all of us were at Stonebridge at the same time. Jocelyn drops me off. I'm so drunk. I get in my car, and he drives right past us, and I grab my phone,
yes,
and I'm
I
like,
remember.
turn around. He's like, why? I'm like, just turn around. We're going to go to Waffle House. We wanted to go to Waffle House so bad.
Never mind.
That's all we wanted. And he's like, I'm sorry, I can't. So we all get in our cars, so happy. I take my heels off, get in my car, and just completely have a mental breakdown.
No, literally.
And I don't think anybody has ever seen or heard me cry the way
You were
that I cried.
sobbing on the phone.
And like, I lost my voice completely
Yeah.
after that.
And I remember it was so late because I had work the next day.
Yeah,
and we
it
were
was
there.
like 3 or 4 a.m.
Yeah, I remember.
That was...
Oh, let's say this too. I remember when we were in Opera, or I think it was at the birthday party or something. I remember I looked at you and I was like, let's do this. Like, let's go out this summer. Like, let's have fun.
Wait, we missed the most important detail for what we're getting into.
What?
While we're at Donovan's, I got a DM at the bar. And I have a video of us, and you're like, not Jasmine getting the DM she's been wanting.
Oh, you did?
That was that night. And he commented, and he DM'd me, and he was like, you're so beautiful. And I was like, Alexia, shut up.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I think that's when we had that conversation.
Yeah, and you.
I think you were taking a video, and then like
were taking a shot.
Yeah, and then the DM popped up, and I think I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. and
So
we
that starts off something else, but I remember he DM'd you.
we took that shot, and we looked at each other and kind of like made our summer pact.
Yeah. And I was like, let's go out, let's have fun. Like, let's just club, let's not worry about anything. Because you were really upset at the dinner. So I was like, let's just like go have fun.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. We had fun. And then what did we do after Opera? When did you leave to New Mexico? I think it was like the week after Donovan's birthday, no?
Yeah, so his birthday is
It was like at the end of August, I think.
August 26th. He has the same birthday as Ronnie.
Mm-hmm.
Hope I got that right.
No, he does. He does.
okay.
They have the same birthday.
No, I just wanted to make sure it's August 26th. I think I left
September.
the 29th.
Yeah, or
Or
something.
September. No, I left because Kaylani's birthday is September 1st, so I wanted to be there for that.
Yeah,
I left
think
on the 29th.
Yeah, so you left New Mexico for like a month, right?
Mhm.
Or like a month or
I
two?
didn't come back till October.
Yeah.
Like 3rd.
Yeah. Me and Jasmine were literally FaceTiming every single day. I remember.
Every
we were having
morning.
withdrawals.
Yeah.
I remember your dad was like, Jazz.
Literally, I was like, Alexia's coming.
I know. So you left. I'm so triggered.
I'm like, have we mentally blocked out all these details?
Girl, I remember because September is Labor Day and I had my first date the day after Labor Day.
Oh, shit. And I mentally had to we were mentally preparing each other for this date on FaceTime like the entire day. Like my dad was like involved. Like he was so.
I remember. So that means between like Donovan's birthday and like September, like the beginning of September, we like, we DM'd.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, my like person DM'd me. It's just crazy because this all happened like in the same time that's happening to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got your DM for Donovan's birthday. I think I got my DM right after.
Yeah.
Then I had my first date.
It literally feels like the same week. Like right when I landed, you called me and you're like, look at this DM that I got.
Yes.
And you were so scared to screenshot it that I literally still have the screenshot that you were like swiping up on all your tabs. And you're like, look, you can barely see.
Yeah. I remember. And then I had my first date and then you had your first date like the week after. I remember.
My first date.
My first date went good.
Mine was Topgolf and it was really fun.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, we had good first dates. And then we just continued going and then you came back. And then you came back from New Mexico. What did you do? Oh, you came back and homeboy flew out.
Yeah.
And then we did like winery brunch. Your eyes.
The amount of money I spent on this man.
Ew.
That was the biggest red flag since day one.
That man's was a walking red flag.
First red flag was that this man is a firefighter.
That man's a walking red flag, Jasmine.
Second red flag, first date at Topgolf with his friends and my cousin. I go home and I'm trying to go home. First of all, my dad is blowing my phone up like, where are you?
Yeah.
Why does this man tell me he loves me?
Oh.
Like,
red flag.
Backstory to this clown. 2019, my cousin and I, when I was in New Mexico going through my own little retreat for myself, for 3 months, I started going to this gym, super bougie gym, super nice, brand new. And I am like, who is this man who is the most beautiful guy I've ever seen out here in my life? Like, I need to know him. Never had the guts to go up to him, but I found his Instagram because
as you should.
My cousin went to high school with him. Have to do my FBI snooping. Found his Instagram from 2020 to 2021. I mean, from 2019 to 2021. I would follow him and he never followed back. So I was like, this is embarrassing. I'm going to unfollow. Me and my cousin would alternate doing that. Then finally that day of Donovan's birthday, he's the one who DM'd me and I was like, there's no way.
Right. I remember.
So that's that backstory. So it's basically, I was like, oh my God, there's no way I'm getting the guy like I've wanted since 2019.
Very true.
And we saw each other a few times, talked all the time. I was telling Alexia my whole trip there, this guy is so sweet, giving me all the energy,
right,
wanting to see me, wanting to talk to me,
wanting to fly out to come see you.
He was like, there's no way that I have a friend that lives in Virginia,
right?
And I was like, really, where does he live? Woodbridge.
Right.
Please, what are the chances?
What are the odds?
You cannot tell me someone from Albuquerque moved to Woodbridge and it's not just me.
No, literally.
And your best friend is this guy,
right?
And I was like, what? There's no way. He's like, yeah, so when do you go back? And I was like, October 3rd. He's like, that's crazy. I'm buying a flight for October 4th to fly out there. And I was like, to Woodbridge, Virginia, sir.
And he
Are you sure?
He actually flew here.
He actually flew out and he spent a week here because he extended his time for 4 days, by 4 days. First red flag should have been the fact that he came and didn't pack enough underwear.
Jasmine!
And if you're listening to this, you're disgusting.
No, literally.
Because why didn't you pack underwear? And why didn't you pack deodorant as well?
And why did you fly here? Like, y'all, like, Jasmine dating these days, I really don't trust anybody.
No, and at this
y'all
point,
really are flying out here spending money just to, like, be stupid.
Yeah, just to still be a hoe. Like, so while he's here. Alexia's already kind of, you know, established with her little boo.
Yeah.
And we're thinking that everything we sat and manifested in her car.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we literally were like, wow, like I think everything's happening at the same time for us because we literally sat there at the same time, like, you know,
and
manifested.
the descriptions we wrote down.
Yeah.
Day by day, they were knocking those things off. And
Yeah.
we're like, I'm sorry, but we're powerful. I remember us telling each
Yeah.
other we
We're-
were so powerful
yeah.
that night.
Yeah.
And I don't know what power we were talking about because we ended up finding out.
The universe is like, bitch, joke's on you.
Yeah,
You're
like,
not
you guys
powerful.
can get whatever you want, but there's a catch.
There's a twist.
And we kept saying, "What's the catch?"
Yeah, what's the catch?
This is too good to be true. And we found
kept
out.
saying that yeah, we
I
found out.
found out sooner, but we found out.
But we found out. I just your man's is just like blocked out of my memory. Like
When
I really don't remember him. Like I don't remember him, and I'm really happy I don't. But that was like the
When I
craziest
tell
week
you,
of
like,
our lives.
if anyone wants to talk about my dating life, he's not a part of it.
Yeah, no, he doesn't count.
No.
I really erased him. Like,
I see a fire truck and I'm like, I'm triggered, but I'm trying to
So
remember
triggered.
why I'm like, I don't want to remember why.
Yeah. So he was here for that week. That
Yes, and
roller coaster ass of a week.
we stayed for 3 days at his friend's house, which this guy lives not even 10 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
We stayed there. We were having a great time. And then his friend's mom was coming home. He's like, I'm sorry, you guys, I can't stay here. I mean, I couldn't stay there anymore.
Right.
And I was like, that's fine. And he was like, no, like, I don't want to stay here without you. Like, I want you to stay with me every night. I want to like cuddle. Like, I don't even want to like be away from you like for the days. And I'm like thinking like, wow, this guy flew all the way to Woodbridge for me. I'm going to call off work and I'm going to get us a hotel. And he's like, I'll pay you back, babe. Like, I'll give you money for the hotel.
Bitch,
And
I
was
would
like,
have Venmo requested that.
oh,
man.
still to this day I want to. I got us a hotel and we stayed there. Mind you, a month prior, I had coordinated with Alexia and one of our friends to take them to J. Cole
Yeah.
because that was one of his favorite artists. I love J. Cole.
And I had never seen J. Cole.
Yeah, and this is going to be such a fun activity for all of us to do. I mean, we both have these new boos. Like, we're both going to be here. And so bought us this hotel. I don't even know, like, how in detail you want to go, but
Let's not go too in detail, but
about my situation, please.
Yeah.
I'm traumatized.
so that shit was just a mess.
We went to J. Cole. We had a blast. And then the last 3 days were just so weird. He and I got into a fight, and I was just like, there's so many red flags that people were pointing out, and I was noticing, but I was trying to look past them because I was just like, whatever. That fight was a red flag, and I started telling you, I was like, I don't know about this.
I remember we sat down here. Remember we sat down and had in my living room?
Yes. And
And
I
you
was
were-
like, he hasn't talked to me.
Yeah. And I was like, that's just so weird.
And I was
then
like,
you
I'm gonna-
called him.
Yeah, I called him, and that was the night. Okay, he flew back. I took him to the airport at like 5 a.m. and everything. And he was the one, like I said, telling me, I love you. I miss you.
Like giving the energy.
And I was like, are you going to miss me? And he was like, maybe. And I'm like, ain't no fucking way. I'm sitting outside the airport at 6 a.m. right now. And I get a maybe? Cries because I'm so traumatized.
Oh my god, the way you said that.
That's literally how it went.
I can't breathe.
So
Holy shit. I'm so sorry, Jasmine.
I don't care anymore. And I was like,
cry.
okay. Well, like, let's take a Polaroid.
What?
What? I have never seen Alexia laugh this hard.
Why did you ask me for Polaroid? What the fuck? I would have laughed.
I'm like, instead of saying get out of my car, I'm like, let's take a cute Polaroid. Maybe you'll miss me.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Because
I needed that.
I had taken a Polaroid at my best friend's mom's birthday party, and he put it in his phone case. He had a clear phone
I'm
case.
like legit crying.
And
That was so funny.
like made it so obvious on Instagram, like he has me on the back of his phone case.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's take a Polaroid. Like, I want like memories. So we take this cute Polaroid. He's like, okay. We stand outside and he thanks me like for the time. And then he, at this point, which disgusting, I'm giving myself the ick. I had like started saying like the last couple days, like, I love you back.
But
I
you
didn't.
really didn't feel
Let me
it.
just make it clear. I did not love this man.
Oh my God. Can we say something that I just remember? This is the one thing I really like remember the relationship. You posted him.
Oh, yes. And it was like shaking the town.
World. This is why you don't post. I remember because on Instagram, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you change your Instagram to like not a normal Instagram, like if you say like it's a personal account or like
a professional
account, you can see insights. Like you can see your
stories, picture insights.
Yeah, you can see what's it called? Your engagement and all that. I forgot. There's a word for it. It starts with an A. Analytics. You can see your analytics. So she posted him and she mentioned him. Y'all.
When we tapped that little...
I was like, Jasmine, how many people have tapped it? She's like, what do you mean? I was like, you can literally see how many people. It was like hundreds.
I think it was close to 500 people tapped on his @name. And
you will never catch me. I cannot.
The thing is, the whole trip, he was like, why haven't you posted me?
Right.
Because my entire trip in New Mexico, he was posting me, adding me, and everything on Snapchat and Instagram. So that was making me uncomfortable because I was like, well, I'm not about to post him. Not only because of that, but just like my family follows me. I mean, everybody. And people know I don't post guys that I'm with unless they're my friends. And his last day, I took him to Georgetown and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to post him. And I did. And he had a mask on and everything, but I just tagged him. And the amount of things that it said people sent that story to was twice the viewer amount. And Alexia was like, people are nosy as hell.
Yeah. And I was like, this is why you don't post.
And to make that shit worse, he didn't even acknowledge like the notification in the DM. He just said he saw it. And he was like, oh, you posted me. And I'm like, yeah. And then the next day...
He didn't repost it. And that's when I was like, that's kind of weird.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
And so I take him to the airport. All of that happens. And he walks in and he's texting me like normal, telling me he misses me, whatever, and gets on his flight. He landed early in the day and he was going to the state fair that night. And that's when I came straight to Alexia's house that evening because I was like, he's only been there for 5 hours and I already have such a weird like intuition.
Yeah. You're like, something is off.
Something's off. And he just like would not text me back, but he was posting so much on Instagram. And
red flag people.
Yes. And that whole next 2 days, Alexia and I had plans to go to the Don Toliver concert. And we went and I was like, you know what?
Damn,
like he's still being weird.
Yeah.
And so I had posted all of our pictures together. And I put a J. Cole song. I put Power Trip. And
oh, dude, the fact that that shit pisses me off so much, Jasmine. Power Trip already triggered me, then it untriggered me, and now
then it triggers you again. Same. I have a video of him singing it to me, and I'm just like, I didn't need this song to remind me of you.
Yeah.
Same. Bitch. We went to Don Toliver. We got a hotel. We're like, you know what? We're gonna like take pictures. We're gonna be so cute. Yeah. We're gonna have fun. And even your man was like, you know what? Like he's not shit. Like honestly, like he was whack, and like I got weird vibes from him.
Right.
And I was like, you guys are right. So I FaceTimed him. He's like, he was overnight at work because he's a firefighter, being a hoe. And you know, everything seemed like it was kind of gonna be fine. And we had a time of our life. At Don Toliver. Don
Toliver is seriously, I think it's up there, one of my favorite concerts. Yeah. That was so much fun.
And we went out after that.
Yeah.
And I mean, we literally filled our whole night. We didn't get back to the hotel. I had my own room. I knocked out.
Same.
I think my room was haunted. And that's why I woke up and I texted Alexia.
Yeah. And then I had my little boo drama that going on that same time. Yeah. Remember? Because I remember I woke up and I texted you. I was like, something's wrong. And you were like,
she was like, I'm coming downstairs, because I texted her and I was like, I just went through this man's TikTok comments, which backstory, he posted firefighter TikToks. So cringy, like thirst trap firefighter TikToks. Okay.
I just think the fact that he was a firefighter is the red flag.
Like why are you posting a TikTok of you sliding down the pole?
Never
Please. And he used to never comment back to like thirsty girls. And I woke up and he was doing his overnight shift, and it seems like that's all he was doing all night. Replying back, flirting back. And I was like, we just had actually... Remember the day of the Don Toliver concert? During the day, I had called him and we had a talk and I told you, I was like, he and I had a talk.
I think so. Yeah. Oh yeah, you like called him on the phone I think on the way to the hotel or something.
Yeah, and I was like, I need to have a talk, like with you, whatever. And he cleared things up. He's like, I want to be with you.
Yes,
I'm
I do
scared
remember.
to do long distance again. I've done it before. His ex-girlfriend was also named Jasmine. Another red flag.
Very much.
And he was like, you know, I'm just scared, but like I really want to be with you, and I've just been thinking about it, and you know, like if you're down to do it, like I'm down and I'm 100% in. And I was like, okay, like that's all I needed to know. And he didn't feel well, and before Alexia picked me up to go to the concert and go to DC, I literally Instacarted him from Virginia.
Oh yeah, because he was sick.
Medicine in New Mexico to his fire station. And he was like, oh, like, baby, you're the best, blah, 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 blah.
I'm triggered.
And then starts acting goofy again that night while we're at the hotel. So the next day, like I said, Alexia comes downstairs. We crawl into my hotel bed.
Yeah.
She's down bad about something. I'm down bad. And we're just overthinking, ready to scream.
Like in bed. Yeah. We're like freaking out, anxious as fuck.
So anxious. Like our nerves and our mind, like the way that we were both overthinking and just giving out scenarios. We're just like, what the hell is happening right now? Like,
no, literally.
I mean, for everything for her worked out. For me, the next day, okay?
It was the next day because I was at dinner, I remember.
Yes. She was at dinner with her man. And I'm sitting in my bed. And I texted him. Or I actually think it was that night. I'm not sure. And he didn't text me back. So I took a nap. And I woke up and he texted me and I texted him back. The reply that I got was a selfie from a girl from his phone in his car. Truck.
I will never forget that. You were screaming. I
was like, oh, the way I'm about to run to New Mexico right now and like burn the town down. Like, how is that? Like, I was like, someone pinch me. Like, this is a fever dream. Why is this my life right now? There's no way that some girl is sending me a live photo from his phone that my picture's on the back of in his truck and he's not in there. And she's like sticking her tongue out with like her middle finger up, basically, like, because she saw me texting him. And I knew what my contact was in his phone and everything. And I was just like, oh, hell no. I start blowing up his phone and texting him. And he's opening my Snapchats. And I was like, oh, okay.
And not responding.
Yep. And to this day, I've never gotten a text back.
Ew.
So to make it worse, that girl was left in the dust. I found out who she was. I guess she was like a town hoe, whatever. Now there's another girl. Okay. And when I was in New Mexico on our first date, he took my rings that I was wearing. He was like, oh, I'm going to wear them and tell them I'm wifed. Like, I'm going to tell everybody I'm wifed up. He was in Virginia and was like, oh, let me give you back your rings. We both forgot about them. He never gave them back. They are a pack of gold Forever 21 rings.
Say that.
Okay. $12 rings. One of them are like rhinestone. They're gold. Like, they're stackable rings. All of a sudden, now there's this new girl on his TikTok. And I'm like, hold up. Is this bitch wearing my rings?
He gave her rings. And she's wearing... This bitch was wearing them proudly. Like, they're Swarovski. Amazing. They're $7...
Mans is probably like, oh, I bought this for you.
Ew.
She's probably like, where's the receipt? Because it's in Jasmine's room. And so he blocks me on Instagram. So I make a group chat with Alexia and my two cousins. One of them that went to high school with this guy.
Oh my God, that group chat geeks.
And we're just both sending screenshot after screenshot to each other, TikToks. And we're like, what the hell is happening? Then to make it worse, these two goofies start posting on TikTok saying they're engaged with my Forever 21 rings. Like, I wish I could drop this mic because that's all that needs to be said about the situation. Why are you flexing like you're engaged with a Forever 21 ring? That's mine.
From another girl.
Like, girl, those rings turned my fingers green. Like, that is not an engagement ring. Like, and where were you at for the past 3 months?
No,
because,
literally.
Girl, who are you? And now that I look back, I'm like, oh, it all makes so much sense. Yeah. So that was that. And I was down bad for maybe like 5 days because I was just like...
No, you got over it pretty fast. I'm very proud of you.
Because there's no way I got played like that.
Yeah.
And I immediately got grossed out. I was like, you are disgusting.
No, literally.
And he blocked all of us, basically, me and my two cousins, because we were commenting on all his TikToks like, oh, not her wearing Jasmine's rings, though. So that was me. And then I got over it, started thriving, and I go to Bricks with his best friend. That's still really cool. We love him.
Yeah.
And I took a shot, celebratory together. And my number one demon walks into Bricks. And Alexia's like, oh, you got this. You got this.
I'm like, come on, girl, you got this.
I've had him blocked for like 6 months. I got this. And I was like, you know what? No, I don't. Because I'm looking at him. Something in me is I'm just like,
I literally left and I was like, okay, we're leaving. This bitch walks back in.
She's like, we're leaving. We go and sit in my car. And I'm like,
I'm not leaving.
I'm going to go on live. So I go on live and everybody that's in there is joining my live. They're like, come in, like, we'll buy you a shot. And I was like, no, like, I'm going home. And one of my best friends is in there and he's like, come on, I just got here, like, come in, like, I'm not sitting with them. I was like, okay, like, I am going in there and I'm just gonna be with you. I walk in, not the case. And I was like, this is my time to take 2 shots back to back and tell this man everything I needed to tell him. And I did. And I was like, you know what's crazy? I just got played by someone. I thought no one could ever play me the way you have, but I just got played so hard. And now it's like, neither of you are shit. And that night led me to 8 months down the road. And I went home with him that night. And we both were like, wait, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Because you're still blocked. And here I am laying next to you in your bed.
That's crazy.
And we both went back and forth for like a week. Like, what are we about to do? Like, why do we feel this way? It's never felt like this before. And I was very happy for a while. Alexia was happy. Like, both of us were thriving.
Yeah, I think you guys like rekindled what, like end of October?
Yeah, right. It was like a week or two before Halloween. Halloween was a mess.
I was like, oh.
It needed the pause. Halloween was a mess.
Yeah, I forgot about Halloween.
I don't even know what you did for Halloween.
I was sick. I think I got sick. Because remember I got COVID the beginning of November?
Oh, yeah. You did.
I did. I got COVID.
Now, mind you, we can pause on my situation. Alexia was living her best life and everybody was so curious about it, and she was doing such a good job at keeping everything so private.
Yeah. I mean, that's literally just me. Like, I keep my stuff private. Yeah. I just don't like, people knowing my business. Like the things that I hold my family and like my loved ones, like very close to me, like very personal. I don't know if people know this, but like I have siblings and like parents and I never post them, and it's like for a reason. I just like to keep my things very private. So I'm like that with my relationships too. So that's just how I do my relationships. And I just think people these days don't understand that, and they just think they have to like flex their relationship or always post them just to like let people know that they're in a relationship. Or I don't know, maybe some people in their relationship, they like to post each other and that's perfectly fine, but for me personally, I just don't. So I was just
and posting doesn't define like
it doesn't define your relationship. It doesn't. Like if you and your partner are on the same page, it's fine. Like as long as you two know what's up, like that's all that matters. So I was just
honestly, me being the only person like knowing this guy personally, I was like, wow, it gave me a standard of like what I wanted, because I was like, you know what, like
there are people out there that like genuinely like will treat you good.
Yeah, and he equally like wanted the same like privacy and the same like respect and everything, and it was just like, wow, and also, I mean, he was involved in the little situation I had too, and we all like continued to like have fun. Like Alexia literally had her own like routine, and then like we had like our moment like on the weekend or like during the like we would go to the gym. Yeah. So it was I was just in such a good like happy routine. Yeah. Like a good like healthy relationship routine. And that lasted for like a while. And then my plane crashed and burned. Yeah. And somehow
so sad.
Our planes crashed and burned.
Like a couple weeks apart. Like I think my plane crashed and burned. It was like the end of February.
Yeah. The same way that they take off and go on vacation and they crash at the same time.
Yeah. And then hers crashed literally a few weeks later. It's just so crazy.
It's just
and we were just like thrown in the wind trying to figure out fucking life.
The way that for months we were like, what is going to, not talking about the firefighter anymore, talking about the guy that has been in my life since I was in 10th grade. Yeah. That I saw at Bricks. We were like, you know what? It's going to show everything on their part when it comes to Valentine's Day. Yeah. Because like our birthdays and everything, like I had experienced being in this relationship for my birthday. Alexia hadn't gotten there yet.
No, never got there.
Yeah, and it just seems like I'm like, when am I going to get a Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, it just seemed like everything was getting just a little downhill slowly but surely.
Yeah.
For both of us. And I remember we sat at the gym, we were stretching, and we're just like
We were like, we just had not expectations, but like
we need to have expectations, but it's not like we're expecting like gifts and everything. It's just
we're not expecting the world. We were just expecting effort and thoughtfulness. That's all girls want, is just thoughtfulness.
Exactly. Because it's like, do you see us? Like, and we're
like
doing so much for these guys.
That's what I was about to say. That's exactly what I was about to say. It's like when we are just lovers, like we love loving and like loving someone. So like we give it our all. So.
And we did give our all to these people. Like,
yeah.
I think for me, I know Alexia is a little bit more like reserved.
Very much.
But I don't know. I love so hard and I give so much of myself.
I'm a little bit, I do too. Like I think I gave a lot in that relationship.
No, you did.
But I'm just a little bit more cautious on like how much I give.
Yeah.
Even though I still feel like I fucking gave a lot.
Because I gave so much to the firefighter and he did give nothing.
Yeah, and he gave nothing.
And it's just like, and then I gave so much to like this other guy, and then he was too, and then it's just like the effort stopped, and it's like, why does it have to stop?
That's true.
So yeah, we can talk about February. Our plane crashed, and I was like, okay, Alexia, like, what do you need? And she completely was just like hermited herself, got herself together.
Yeah, I think that was like the healthiest way I've ever dealt with a breakup ever in my life. Truly.
Yeah, for sure.
It was very traumatizing and traumatic, but you learn after every breakup and every like situationship and stuff or whatever, heartbreak, you learn every single time. And I just knew from my previous heartbreak, I wanted to be way smarter, and I'm not going to like throw myself into another person to like distract myself, and I'm not going to like go party and distract myself. Like I really took my time. Like I fell off the what's it called when you fall off the face of the earth, whatever. Yeah, like I literally went ghost. And everyone was like, what the fuck, Alexia? Like, are you alive? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, Alexia's I'm fine.
Like, I deleted like my Instagram app.
Like, I deleted Instagram. I deleted TikTok. I just kept Twitter. Twitter's funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't put me in my feels like that. But TikTok was putting me in my feels, and Instagram was putting me in my feels.
TikTok can be so triggering.
So triggering.
And I know just when to be.
Exactly. And so you just need to take a break sometimes from like social media and stuff, because it can really like cloud your judgment and influence how you feel. Like, you think I want to sit there on TikTok and see people like in happy relationships and like, no, that makes me want to kill myself.
Literally.
So yeah, I just went ghost, and I think I went ghost in like those couple weeks, like that month and a half, and your plane crashed like halfway through that, I remember.
Yeah. And you were like, oh, like I'm feeling better. Like, how are you doing? And I was like, I am
going through it.
Horrible.
Yeah, you were going through it.
Like,
and then
still kind of going through it.
Yeah. I mean, yours is still fresh, but
yeah.
I just started feeling better. And then I do what I always do when I'm sad, is I book trips. Mm-hmm. Like, that's just what makes me feel better. So I booked a trip to Tampa. And remember I texted you when I was like drunk at that day party?
Yeah.
I was just so happy. I started to feel like myself again. And
yeah, and I could tell 100% because you got on live. And one thing is like, I will get on live every time I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Alexia like gets on live like every once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
And she got on live. I was like, oh my God, I need to join.
I just was happy again. Like, I took my time to heal and, you know, process everything.
You didn't go out and drink and party.
No, I didn't distract myself. Like, I really faced my feelings, which I think was really, really healthy. And yeah, I was like in a good headspace. Like, I wasn't as damaged. I'm not saying I'm like completely done. I think I'm a good like 98% way there. But yeah, Tampa was so fun. And I just came back and I was just posting pictures and I made my videos and I was just like, oh my gosh, like this shit makes me so happy. I was living in Tampa. I was like, this is what's making me, this makes me happy. I feel
like you needed that to like find yourself again and remind yourself like, I got this.
Yeah. And I came back and I was like, you know what? I got this. And then we went out for Ashley's birthday and that's when we popped off. God. We popped off and we came back. Dude, that video went crazy. Yeah, Ashley's birthday was fun. Rose Bar Tuesdays is the love of my life.
Every time it's exactly what we need.
Exactly. Like the music, the people, the 42.
Oh my God.
It was so fun.
The way that we just walk around, and it's like, in some way this is manifesting for us, but we just walk everywhere. It's just like, we are those girls.
Yeah.
You know, we walk into Nobu and it's just like, we are 3 pretty girls ready
Yeah.
to eat, have fun, and take pictures.
Exactly.
And go and have so much fun.
That night was so fun. That's my favorite thing. Like when you feel so cute and you go to a club and you dance with your girls and you just feel so hot. Like that just boosts like your confidence and like, it just makes you feel so good about yourself. And we needed that. And that was our first time stepping out together in a minute too.
It was. And all 3 of us needed it. Ashley needed it. I needed it. You did.
Needed it.
And then we all just go to the hotel and we wake up and Alexia and I are like, not us going through our pictures and our messages from last night and just wanting to die.
Dude, my messages.
We looked at each other and like our makeup is like smeared and we're like, what were we?
Okay. Yeah, no, I was on a different level. If you know me, I can be kind of shy when it comes to guys. Like I'm an in-person kind of person. If I see you in person, like I can feel the vibes and stuff. But a bitch was
we were bold that night.
That's the perfect word. I was so bold.
I was like,
ew.
Let me share my location. Who's pulling up?
No.
No.
When's Ashley's birthday? April. That was just last month. Yeah, that was like a couple weeks ago. Wow, I feel like it was so long ago. So that was March. It was so fun. And then we've just been in our groove, like going out and just having like a good time, taking pictures, like feeling ourselves as we should.
As we should. I mean, we both have our job.
Right.
We both are in the gym trying to, be our best selves.
Exactly.
But last time we went out, oh my God. So after Ashley's birthday, I think we kind of like took like a little break. And then Cinco de Mayo came and we're like, we have to do something and we have to take pics.
Oh, yes.
And get cute. So we went to Clarendon and we took fire pics. One thing about us is we're going to take pictures and videos and we're going to pop off and make TikToks and like do the whole thing. And I think once people see that we're going out together, it's like they expect it.
Yeah.
Bar Bow turned into Darna, which turned into Mayflower or Zebby's.
No, I think we just went to Zebby's.
Yeah, Zebby's. But I know like it's connected to Mayflower.
No, I think they're 2 separate clubs.
Yeah, but they're on top. It's Mayflower's on top.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So it's Zebby's and then Mayflower.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I'm always confused. I'm like, where are we at? Is it Zebby's or is it Mayflower?
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
I think we were at Zebby's.
Yeah, we were at Zebby's. That was fun. Zebby's was packed.
Yeah, it was fun and they were playing really good music.
Yeah, they were playing great music.
And yeah.
The negative cloud just follows you.
Oh my God. Can I never catch a break?
You really can't. Like I don't understand why it always happens. Like you really can never catch a break.
And I really just be minding my business.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. And if you don't, I'm sorry. But
yeah. Oh yeah. So Thursday, I don't know. I just wanted to get cute and like, just get a drink. The weather's getting nice and stuff. So we wanted to do like a little rooftop thing since like Virginia and DC is getting like warmer.
Mm-hmm.
So Thursday comes around, we just decided to like get cute, go take pics, feeling ourselves as we should, and we can just never go out and have a chill night. We get our espresso martinis, we start feeling ourselves, and I was like, what is the move? And we forgot that our favorite DJs were hosting on Thursdays and playing.
Oh my God. This past Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of our favorite DJs was out in Rose Bar and they were just like, pull up, and we pulled up and we had a freaking blast. It was fun. Like, I'm not a hip hop gal.
Yes.
But I did live for it. I love Rose Bar.
As long as it's not like the techno music. Because it's like, I just need to be able to dance, That's our thing.
Okay, we can end this out.
I'm so honored. This is such a goal of mine.
I definitely want to have Jasmine back on here again just so we can talk. I feel like we just talked about like our lives and our crazy ass stories, but I think we also like can give really good advice.
Yes.
I think we definitely have that. And we have some like really...
We have funny times. We had advice.
Yeah, I think we have like really good advice as well, just because I feel like we've both been through just some things where it made us look at things in life a little different.
Yeah, and I definitely want to have like a drink and like Q&A.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that next week. Like, I definitely want to have the boys on.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Kiki with them.
That would.
I know. That'll geek. This one was a little bit more like serious and like our lives and like kind of get to know us.
We'll take it down the timeline.
Yeah, we'll take you down the timeline. But
well, thank you for having me.
Of course.
I had an absolute blast.
I know, and I can't wait to have you on here again.
Same. Hopefully we never start recording when we're drunk.
I know. That's gonna be a hot ass mess.
We come home from the club and we're like, someone press record.
Like, Jasmine, get your headphones because we're going off. I definitely want to do a like night after, like we wake up from the day after and just plug it in and let it be fresh.
When we're like going through a camera roll, like don't remember anything.
And go through our DMs and be like, what the fuck did we just say? Thank you guys for listening. I will have another video out next Sunday, every Sunday, 8 p.m. You can listen on Spotify and on Apple Music Podcasts. Bye, everyone.
Bye.